Hey, what's going on? This is SAZ-ONE, reporting to you live again. Just trying to give updates of what's going on as far as, Russia catching the two vets in Ukraine, two American citizens actually fighting for the Ukrainians against the Russians. And it's dark hours right now. It's a real scary situation because, you know, they're basically saying that the death penalty is not off the table and they can, you know, give them the final penalty because they are in violation. So check
A
it out.
second American has been killed fighting in Ukraine. An obituary for 52-year-old Steven Zabilski says he was killed May 15th. Meanwhile, intense shelling continues in and around the important city of Kharkiv in eastern Ukraine. Chris Livesay is there. Chris.
It is a crazy situation because you can just look at the damage war causes. It looked like superheroes fighting supervillains. This is crazy. Just thank God the world don't really have no superheroes or supervillains. Or Marvel doesn't really exist. But if it did this, it would look like this.
Good morning.
Good morning. We are seeing an increase in Russian missiles and Russian rockets. Take a look at what happened to us late last night.
Oh my gosh. That is not acting at all. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if any conspiracy theorists think that's acting. That's not acting. Those are real bombs going off.
Now we're seeing that uptick across eastern and southern Ukraine. And Ukraine says it's hardly random. This week, the European Union decides whether Ukraine can join. President Volodymyr Zelensky said, quote, "No one doubts that Ukraine deserves candidacy."
I don't know. I don't know about that, Ukraine. I don't know. I'm not saying you should give up your country, but to be serious is like, this is a crazy situation. If they join the European Union, and if the case is that all the countries that are part of the European Union have to come to the defense of Ukraine, I think that could start a world war. God forbid.
We're proving
But my heart and my prayers do go out to the citizens of Ukraine. I know right now the country's in a turbulent situation.
daily that we are already a part of the European Union. Now, in other Ukraine news, Putin's press secretary said this morning that they will not rule out the death penalty for the captured U.S. citizens Alex Drueke and Andy Wynn.
That is a scary situation. Like, what were you doing to go over there and fight for the Ukrainians? Like, what's the motivation? I understand, that this country is being invaded by another country, but you leaving the comfort of your home nation to go somewhere else and fight I mean, it's heroic, but at the same time, is this even what it seems to be? Is this war what it seems to be? Because I'm confused. If anybody listening, let me know in the comment section how you feel about what's going on over there. And because I'm hearing too many backstories stories about all kind of things. So if you can leave a comment in the comment section, don't forget to like, subscribe, share.
And in an interview last night said they won't be protected by the Geneva Convention, which aims to protect prisoners of war from inhumane treatment.
They're soldiers of fortune, and they were involved in illegal activities on the territory of Ukraine.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That these people might be deleted because, they went on their own free admission to actually go to war against, the Russians. It's a crazy situation. I don't know. I'm confused. I hope the best for them.
They were involved in firing and shelling our military personnel.
Now, it's here in the Kharkiv region where those 2 American fighters went missing. It is one of the hottest front lines in this war. Take a look at this giant crater. It's from one of those missiles we heard last night slamming into the ground and just narrowly missing this veterinary school. Gail?
I was reading this other article. Let me pull that up. You know, it's a doozy. Like, if you think about it, Kremlin spokesman is from Axios. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov told NBC News Monday international rules of war wouldn't apply to 2 Americans that Russian forces captured in the Ukraine, and he wouldn't rule out the death sentences for the vets. The big picture: the U.S. State Department issued a statement to Axios and other outlets calling on the Kremlin and its proxies to live up to their international obligations in their treatment of any individual, including those captured fighting in the Ukraine. The Geneva Convention's protection include ensuring prisoners of war must at all times be humanely treated. Russian media reported last month that a court in the self-proclaimed Donetsk People's Republic has sentenced 2 British men and 1 Moroccan man to death in a move widely condemned for violating the Geneva Conventions and other international humanitarian laws. What they're saying. In the Kremlin's first comment on the capture of Alex Druki and Andy Hunin, Peskov told NBC's Keir Simmons that 39-year-old Druki and 27-year-old Hunin were soldiers of fortune and not subject to the Geneva Conventions. Those guys on the battlefield were firing at our military. They were endangering their lives. Russian President Vladimir Putin's top spokesman said they should be punished. When Simmons asked Peskov whether the 2 veterans will face the death penalty, he replied, "It depends on the investigation." Flashback. The families of Hunin and Druki reported last week that the Alabama vets were missing. A 3rd American who traveled to Ukraine during Russia's military invasion, Grady Kerpasi, was also later reported missing. Peskov told NBC he can't provide any information on the whereabouts of the former U.S. Marines. So it's scary hours right now for those guys, man. You know, I to think about it, at one time or another, I told people, I ain't gonna lie, I said it. I was like, if you're living in Ukraine and you're going to school there, you're working there, not school, but if you're working there, you have you've been living there, you have family, job, business, whatever, you should be fighting for the Ukraine government. But now, after some research and some questionable things that I heard, I'm like, man, a lot of people should get out of there. Get out of there. Because if you pick up any arms against Russia right now and you get caught, they on your ass. You know, there's going to be a lot of furniture moving and things shaking up the town. So, you know, those guys, be safe. God is with you. You know, this is SAZ-ONE. You know, don't forget to like, share, comment, and I'm out. Peace.